All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 here reporting in. Going over another Star Wars Legion just list build with Kallus right now because I'm still on a Kallus kick, I guess you should say, or could say. But today we're going to go over Kallus and Darth Vader because we've gone over Boba Fett and Bosk already, so I was going to say. So let's kind of pick out some stuff that we're going to use for Operative Vader. Now, Operative Vader to me right now is a lot better than Commander Vader, just for a few main reasons. Right now, with well, I can't see Commander Vader. Commander Vader has 8 health. Operative Vader has 7, so it's a little crappier on that part. But Darth Vader Operative has 2 speed and sort of just a crit when you are, going after another Jedi. Commander Vader just has Compel, so it's really not the same. And so Operative Vader is, in my opinion, a little bit better. Now Darth Vader has a ton of command cards, and with Agent Kallus's contingencies, we can bring 2 more of Vader's command cards to make sure that he is the spotlight while still trying to use Agent Kallus for other means. So I think aggressive tactics would be a great, upgrade for Kallus, but I'm going to put vigilance because of the amount of dodges that Vader can get through his command cards and through, obviously just taking one. Now, again, I like to do tenacity because I feel like Kallus is going to get in on someone. Ascension cables because he will recover, and then the bow rifle. Now with Vader, there's a lot of different things you can put on Vader. A lot of people have put burst of speed on him, force choke, force push, force reflexes. Those are all great. You can even do saber throw, honestly, just get rid of his other attack, which is, range 1 to 2, 2 black. So if you really wanted him to have something a little bit better, you could go with saber throw, but it's just kind of a waste in my opinion. Now, force push is a definite must for me, in my opinion. And so he's going to be getting a ton of dodges from force reflexes. So we could go with force choke to get him to do maximal amount of damage. So I'm going to go with force choke because I'm already going to be giving him dodges. I'm going to definitely give him tenacity. And then for the other training slot, you could probably give him seize the initiative, or into the fray, anything like that. And I'm debating if I should take offensive or defensive stance because sometimes you will want to either aim or defend with him. And situational awareness, I've never really understood, but I do understand the fact that you can use your dodge to cancel those crits and then deflect it back. But for the time being, I think seize the initiative is probably a good one to put just to be safe. Because if you want to give your orders to someone else, especially from Kallus's lists and other stuff like that, you could. That way you expand it. Honestly, if you wanted to, instead of that one, let's see. I think, we'll go with situational awareness. Let's go with that one because that won't be too bad. All right, so I want some royal guards to protect Vader the best we can. So let's get Vader or the royal guards IRG in there. Tenacity would be good because they're going to be doing a lot. And then I would give them into the fray rather than protector, because he's going to be doing all right anyway with those red saves. And he's going to get surges every turn anyway. All right. And then obviously everyone likes dewbacks with Vader. So we can try to have a few dewbacks, give him tenacity. And then on top of that, give them a person who can shoot if you wanted it, just to help increase it. And then I'm going to give them 2. And then for core units, stormtroopers aren't too bad. We can kind of flood everything with the stormtroopers. Let's see what happens if we go ahead and give it just the regular DLT and see how many extra acts we can get. All right, so we'd have to get rid of 6 more points somewhere too. That way we can have at least 9 activations. because I do like to have at least a minimum of 9. Honestly, you could probably get rid of ascension cables on Agent Kallus, or if we just got rid of that, we're gonna have plenty of space to add something else. 14 more points. So if we drop the 2 on Vader and get rid of situational awareness, we could probably add another person somewhere. Or if you got rid of maybe the T-21 blaster, or maybe you got rid of the DLT, one of the other DLT stormtroopers, to put maybe 2 more people on, and or medical droid to help with Vader, and then you have 7 more points to add on someone. Man, just a little shy. Let's see, because then be 7, 15. There'd be really nothing you could do with that extra 15 points or anything like that. So say that you wanted to do this. Vader's cards go really well with the dewbacks, but so say we wanted to get rid of. No, I don't want to get rid of dewbacks because they're so good. Maybe you can get rid of a stormtrooper unit and put in something else instead. So say that we gave ourselves back the dewback rider, and then special forces, we gave ourselves a strike team, because we should, have plenty of extra points for that. So that's still 9 activations. You have a strike team, you've got some stormtroopers. So every unit is at least has something on it, and then you still have 3 more points to use for anything else. Now I think that that's a good list, because I mean, you've got dewbacks, you've got the IRG, you've got Vader going in, you've got Kallus going in. So there's lots of protection for Vader with the IRG. And then the dewbacks can soak up a lot as well. So that's not too bad of a list, in my opinion. If we really wanted to, we could try something else, maybe with Vader and a few extra, activations in there. Let's see. I liked the Imperial Death Troopers, but because Vader doesn't have that much courage, 3, I guess you could actually put him in as your commander. Well, no, wait, sorry, not as a commander. What I was thinking is if you used the Death Troopers and you gave them the DTF 19 or 16, DTF 16 trooper with their free now upgrade, you can do that. And I like to give them either offensive push or something else as well. And then now going in to maybe some core units, you can probably deck them out at this point. Have 9 activations. There's 3. Get rid of offensive push. Boom. You got 799. You have 1 naked stormtrooper unit. All the other ones have pretty much full stuff on them. Yeah, so this isn't bad. You can use your compel, on Vader to get Vader up a little bit more, especially if he has a suppression. Or if you really, really wanted to, I'm sure with Vader, you could probably give him not situational awareness, but what is it? Duck and cover to give him some suppression, but not with this one. So I don't know. I think this is a pretty decent list with Kallus, Vader, the IRG, and then tons of stormtroopers to get everything done. Because if we look at the objectives, breakthrough, you're probably gonna want to use the melee to stop people from coming through, and then use your stormtroopers to get in. Intercept the transmissions. You could probably take over the middle pretty well with as many melee units that you have, and even the Death Troopers have a red in melee. So you've got really hardcore melee units in the top here. So say that you had dewbacks as well instead of the Death Troopers, and maybe you had some extra stuff. Breakthrough might not be the best, but I'm sure you could do it. It's not the best with Vader, period, in my opinion. Intercept the transmissions. If you had the 2 dewbacks, you'd probably do well as well. Key positions wouldn't be too bad with this list, although it's always a toss up. It just depends on your strategy with it. Because with key positions, what I would do is Kallus isn't fast, but he's able to get everywhere with his ascension cables. Vader can make sure that he goes in after the middle, and the Royal Guards can go with Vader, and then the Death Troopers can probably go with Kallus, or vice versa. The Royal Guards can go with Kallus and protect him and really do some heavy melee, while the Death Troopers can compel Vader to keep moving and do stuff then with his relentless. And then your stormtroopers, like I said, you've got 4 heavy stormtrooper units and then 1 naked that you can just move around the board and kind of do what you need to with on key positions. Your key positions, your last one, you can keep the naked stormtroopers on your back position and then use the other ones to go for maybe the middle. Recover the supplies. If you can somehow get Vader near that middle supply, do it. Or Kallus, and then try to bring Vader in afterwards. Sabotage the motion evaporators. I'm sure you can probably do a decently good job at. It's just trying to get someone into the back. There's not very many fast people on here, so this might not be your, highly versatile list, but there's something to it. And then with bombing run and hostage exchange, Darth Vader can now move speed 2, which is much more brilliant than being able to move speed 1 and then spur. So hostage exchange might be a little bit more detrimental towards them if you can get Vader in there pretty well, pretty fast, especially maybe with the infiltrate card. Bombing run is not going to do very well. Payloads, you'll probably do okay with payload. Okay. Command cards. Let's see. We definitely want implacable. And we definitely want face me. Fear and Dead Men is definitely a good one. ISB Investigation is also another good one. The Darkness Descends, because of Reliable 2, is awesome. And then Ruthless Tactics would be great, but Master of Evil is also pretty awesome. So it's a toss-up because one of these can also be your contingencies. I'm going to go with Vader's on this one. And then for contingencies, definitely go with Ruthless Tactics. And then New Ways to Motivate Them would also be a good one, or Vader's Might, obviously. The Vader's Might being able to move another unit would be great, but the New Ways to Motivate Them is 2 troopers and not just Vader. So if you really wanted to, you could probably cut down on something to put, like I said, seize the initiative on here, which you would need 2 more points to go away on someone. So you could probably get rid of Into the Fray on the Royal Guards and put Seize the Initiative on here. So that way, when you do new ways to motivate them, Vader can give himself an order token while you still give 2 other order tokens to maybe the IRG and the dewbacks. So that way they all have something. Or if you really wanted to, since Kallus would probably have charge if you have him in the bow staff instead of the bow rifle, you'll gain charge. And then if you give him a free move, he could do a free attack. And then on his turn, do another free move and another free attack, just like the Royal Guards. So you're going to be able to get in some few extra attacks from his New Ways to Motivate from the Royal Guards and Agent Kallus. So I think that would be a really good one to use with this list. All right, guys. So if you have any other questions, or if you have anything to add to it, or if there was something maybe with the 2 dewbacks you really liked and maybe something small you wanted to change, but you would take this somewhere, like, subscribe, comment, everything you can on here to help this channel grow. And I will be back next time with a different person, a different commander leading rather than Kallus. But all right, guys. I hope y'all had a great Christmas and hope y'all have a happy new year because it's that time. And I will see you guys later.